So if you really want to grow past one or two rentals, if you really want to scale, and that may be 50 units, it may be 500 units, whatever it is, then you need to identify what you're doing. What are you doing? You're collecting rent, you're scheduling maintenance, you're leasing, you're doing tenant screening. You have to identify all these things, and then you have to start to build SOPs around them. So you're doing that for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're standardizing so that you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. The second, and equally as important, is because as you scale, you'll be able to delegate that and say, okay, well, I can't handle everything. So now I'm going to take this process, which I've built out, and I'm going to delegate that to somebody on my team, or even, a 1099 or a vendor, but it creates, that consistency of like, hey, this is how I do it every single time. And sometimes like now I get to the point where like a lot of what I do is on the computer. So I'll just hit Loom, I just hit record on Loom, and then just hey, here is the SOP. Or what you do is you take the transcript and put it into ChatGPT and have them build the SOP. Again, it may not be perfect. You may have to go back and tweak it. Most people, like, the mindset is, well, I'm going to manage my own property, and I'm just going to, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And like, property management in general is a kind of a problem business, and they run from fire to fire to fire. And they, they're busy, and they never think like, well, it's just me. I don't need to document the process. But they're not thinking about 2 years, 5 years, 10 years down the line of like, when we get to that point, it's going to be so much easier to just say, hey, why don't you handle this process? And again, they just run problem to problem to problem, and they could do that for years. Look up one day and say, well, shoot, I don't have any documented processes. It's still just me. I have no team, and it's impossible to scale that way.